I have to take care of one bit of business before I continue on this evening. I know the students know who this is going to. Any of the parents have an idea where this is going to? Brother Dan. If any of you are Facebook friends with Brother Dan, you'll certainly get a sense of his love of the Oregon Ducks. And so I know that at the student presentation a few days ago that you were presented with a duck. Kind of just have to go look at, I don't generally stop at Target, but I had to pick up a Target duck for you. So it was either better than that than I had a duck dressed as a cop, and I don't know if I want to do that to you, Dan. So this class of 2025 is unique in a lot of different ways. One of the things that makes you unique is that you entered St. Mary's College High School at the end of the pandemic. So as the society and this particular campus was adjusting to the uniqueness of kind of what that felt like, you folks were part of that unique experience of what it was mean to enter into a new realm. And that sense of uniqueness, I think, carried itself on to ways in which folks have described you as a class. I know Dr. Imperial described you as a unique in that sense. He shared a bit of that at the senior presentation. He called you wonderful, exasperating, inspiring, frustrating, a blessing. One of the things that the faculty and staff have come to reflect upon you as well, too, is their deep love and affection for you. That they have come to see and experience from you this extraordinarily talented and gifted class, as we saw when Serena sang When We Were Young by Adele, recalling the bittersweet memories of growing up and the special moments that you as a class of 25 share together. I was talking to some of the parents before we began this evening, or set of grandparents, I should say, in Trevor's case, and this tremendous sense of gratitude, tremendous sense of pride, and this tremendous sense of accomplishment that you as family feel at this very moment. Of course, I'm sure there's all kinds of different emotions that are going through right now. Perhaps overjoyed, perhaps emotional, at some strange level, maybe even sad, excited, happy, proud. You know, I'm sure some of you are more than happy not to make lunch anymore for the kids for last time, so that's kind of cool, huh? The readings that were selected for us to ponder a little bit about and try to intersect that with your experience invites us to be grateful, to have hope, and that to be reminded our call is to love and serve in a world that so desperately needs it. Can I get an amen with that? Oh man, this world needs that. I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to get in trouble. So that first reading from Sirach, it's a challenge to be united as a people, embracing humility, gentleness, and patience. That's something that we keep hearing, at least a narrative that our new Pope tells us and invites us to embrace. Our gospel reading invites us from John chapter 15, love one another as the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Be there for each other. And for the class of 75, love will keep us together. You young people have no idea what I'm talking about. I get it. So maybe just some thoughts, class of 25. What is it that distinguishes you as a particular and unique class here at St. Mary's College High School? What sets you apart? Think about that. What is it that makes you unique and distinct? Is there a particular characteristic about your class that invites you to see yourself as particularly unique? Your life is so full of hope. Y'all got the rest of your lives ahead of you. You leave here as a result of many things with that sense of hope. I'd like to think that somehow you've developed the skills of understanding and patience and encouragement and that you've received from your teachers here. I pray that you got good support from your classmates, from the faculty and staff in the larger St. Mary's community, teachers and counselors, always there to help to instill the values of Lassallean principles that we embrace, a sense of social responsibility, that you, all of us, have this responsibility as products of this place to make a difference in this world and leave St. Mary's a better place and to leave our world a much better place. Because that's the hallmark of the education that we've all received here at St. Mary's. You join a long line of us who are part of that, legacy. See within you as well the class of 75. Y'all look good, man. Dang, y'all look good. Yeah. You made it. Well, so some of these guys I've known when I was a kid. Warren Long, I used to look up to you. Man, I still look up to you. Craig, well, I was back down. That was the Warren's. So a lot of these guys, I'm class of 79, so these would have been the guys these were the guys who would have they'd have come to school all fly with their leisure suits and their platform shoes, listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire and all that kind of thing. Then y'all be listening to Average White Band and all that kind of thing. So in your leisure suits and in your pleather jackets. Yes, pleather. Remember that? Pleather jackets? But, some of the things that were part of the experience that they had, and a lot of us who are old enough to remember those things, were things that, a lot of the younger generation wouldn't remember. I mean, we remember the fall of Saigon. We remember the assassination attempts, the two of them, on President Ford, one in Sacramento, one across over in San Francisco. I remember watching the Thrilla in Manila. But the other thing that really makes that difference, and I think all of you will experience when you come back for your 50 years or 40 years, that there's a sisterhood and a brotherhood that's part of this experience. Friends that you'll make for the rest of your lives, friends that you'll do anything for. Billy Roush and I go back. He was the senior class president, and he was the smartest dude in the class, too. Yeah, and he's also on the board of directors. He's come back to want to be of service to the community here at St. Mary's. This is his second tour around on the board of directors. So this desire to serve, to make a difference, to know how much of a difference the St. Mary's experience had for all of us, and our desire to come back and do the same as well, too. So God has appointed you and chosen you in the class of 2025, to nourish a society and make a world a better place by the difference that you've experienced here at St. Mary's College High School. I pray that you join the many generations of St. Mary's alum since 1863 who have made a difference in our world today. St. John Baptist de La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts. Amen.